San Antonio, welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. We're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is super easy to find. We're just right off of Loop 410, go about 2 miles. You'll see us on the right-hand side when you go past Lock Hill Selma. We're in the shopping center, almost right in the middle. We've got plenty of parking up front and the people inside to help you. And if you have a question about any of the things that we're going to talk about on the show today, and there's going to be a lot to talk about on the show today. That's a pretty exciting weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. I mean, I think this is a great weekend because we got all the toys that Dad likes. Yep. We do, and I'm going to tell you a whole lot about them today. Call the store at 210-341-1573. Now you can, we are live streaming this on Facebook right now, but if you miss it, you can come back later, go to our YouTube channel, Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware, or just follow us on Facebook, and then you'll see us out there. We do a lot of videos, a lot of things that help you around the house. In fact, I want to talk to you about something real quick before we get into Father's Day. Okay, how many of you have a pest control company that you call and they come every 90 days, but unfortunately, before the 90 days comes up, you see some critters? And let me show you what to do. There is a product called Clobber, okay? It's made right here in Texas. I kind of like that because I feel like if it's made here in Texas, they know how to take care of Texas bugs. And the what I like to use Clobber for is roaches, ants, and scorpions. It will kill scorpions. Scorpions are really hard to kill. Roaches, ants, scorpions inside the house. Clobber, remember, is for inside the house. Inside the house because it's water-based, okay? And that way it has no smell at all. And then, but yet, if, I'm gonna tell you this, when you use it, you will see some dead bugs afterwards, but they're all gonna be feet up and dead, okay? Because this creates a barrier in and around the house, okay? And this week, I'm going to do a video from my house and show you how to use it. It's very simple. And I like to combine Clobber with a sister product called VS 102. Now, what is the difference between VS 102 and Clobber? VS 102 is oil-based. It does have a smell, okay? And it has kind of like a propellant smell, but it is really good for what I just talked about, roaches and scorpions. But I have to tell you, on the front of this, it says on the can that it's vanilla. It smells like vanilla. It does not smell like any vanilla I have ever smelled, okay? So just prepare yourself. It has a propellant smell, but I like to use it in my garage so I stop bugs before they get into my house, because my garage goes directly into my house. So this week, if you follow us on Facebook, I'm going to be at my house and I'm going to show you how to use these two products so that if you don't want to, you don't have to have a pest control company. So, but if you do and you get something before they come back, now you know how to take care of it. All right, so it's Father's Day this weekend and we've got some great sales going on. And I want to tell you about some of my favorite things, and one of them is Milwaukee. We have always carried power tools in our store, and Milwaukee came to me and they offered a very easy way to bring in a quality tool. And I'm going to tell you, Milwaukee is the best. Is it the cheapest? No, it's not. But that's why the quality is so good. So I want to talk to you about one that we have on sale right now. And it's a Milwaukee compact impact driver, okay? It's not just a regular drill, okay? It's an impact driver. And an impact driver gives you more power. For those of you that are watching on Facebook right now, I'm showing this. It's very lightweight. I have very small hands. I'm 5'4" if I breathe real tall, but this fits really nice in my hands. I have one of these because it's all unique, okay? This, it's the smallest as far as compact drills, impact drills, okay? It's the smallest. And then, so what does that help? It helps get into tight places, like into behind a drawer, or just an area that is really hard to get to. They show a lot, like commercial-wise, like in air conditioning units and things like that. That's probably not what you're gonna do at home, but you're gonna put up draperies and the hardware, and maybe put on new handles on your drawers and things like that. And this compact is excellent. And then what's nice about it is not only can it get in tight places, it has an LED light in the front of it. So when you are drilling and you pull that trigger, the light comes on and you can see right where you're going. It is a very nice tool to have for Dad, or in honor of Dad. You might want to get this. And the reason I say you want to get it this weekend is because I have it on sale. $99. This is what the kit looks like. And I say kit because a lot of Milwaukee stuff will just come bare tool, okay? But this is a kit, and it has the battery and it has the charger. And the charger is wonderful because it will handle an M18 and an M12. So maybe you have some other batteries that are M12s and not just an M18, because this one's an M18. It's gonna give you a little more power, a little more oomph, and this will, they give you a battery for this, and guess what the price is? It's under $100. I don't have 500 of them, but I have a few. And so if I was you and you were looking for something for Dad, and he is a tool person, he will love this, okay? And Milwaukee has got the best warranty, the best. And so get him something that he can handle, and that if you get it for him, you can use it too. All right, now, another thing that Milwaukee does really good, and they were the first people to do it, was their pack out. Have you ever heard of pack out before? It's like when we go to the Container Store and we get so excited about all that stuff that we can organize with, and we buy it in bulk so that we come home and we can put all our little socks in a row, and all of our pencils and pens and our pots and pans. I mean, if it goes in your house, the Container Store has a place to put it up and organize it. All right, so that's what pack out is. Pack out is to tools what Container Store is for your house. Okay, the one I'm showing you right now is an organizer. They do organizers, they do tool kits, they do big pieces that roll. And let me tell you what is special about them, because they were the first to do this. And now other companies are doing it. But so far what I see is they still are king of the market when it comes on this, because of the way they build these things. Okay, they all are compatible. Okay, it doesn't make any difference if you get a organizer, a rollout, a standalone, and a tool bag, okay? Because the tool bags also, they're all compatible. They all clip into one another, to where if you wanted to build a tower of tools, okay, to keep things organized, that all goes together. It would roll up to in a 4-foot square area and have all your tools neatly organized. And then if you wanted to take them with you, maybe your dad is the type that goes on the road with his tools, And so he would have the organization to take his tools. So now, and all the catches are made of metal. The sides on some of them, like if they hold 100 pounds of product on the inside, tools and things like that, all the edges will be metal enforced. Okay, you will see it on the outside. This one, this organizer, 65 pounds, that's what it will hold. And so just come in and take a look at all of these things that I'm telling you, your dad will love. And if he's got started on them, we'll help him finish it out. And come by and take a look. We'll be happy to show them to you. We've got all kinds of deals on Milwaukee today. I forgot and I left all the information in the front, but like if you buy a certain amount, you get free batteries. It's always great to have extra batteries. And if you get the new Milwaukee impact driver, you'll have a battery charger with it. So remember, you get the drill, you get the battery, and you get the charger for under $100. You can't beat it. All right. Now, what's something else, Dad? Maybe your dad doesn't like tools. Maybe your dad likes to hire somebody to do that. I can respect that. Okay. But does he like to cook? We carry Broil King now. We used to have in stock Traeger grill. Do I think that Traeger grill is not great? No, it's wonderful. But I was looking for a grill that everybody could afford, and that was Broil King. They are the ones I carry are gas grills, okay? And right now, just today and tomorrow, they are $100 off. Each unit is $100 off. It is, you will not see a lower price, not even online for them. I have priced us less than anybody because I want people to see what a great grill this is. Let me tell you why it's a great grill, okay? When you open it up, and they're beautiful grills. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And the nice part about it, whether you get a grill that is $4.99 all the way up to $8.99, all the things that make the grills special, they're in every grill. I mean, all it's different about the grills whether you spend $4.99 to $8.99 is the size, and like some of them have burners on the side. And if you don't need that, if you need something small, that small grill, it works great, okay? They all have cast iron grids. So when you lift up the lid and you're looking at, every one of them is gonna have 2 shelves, okay? And the bottom one is gonna have cast iron. You know how much you love cooking on cast iron inside the house? It just makes things taste better. They broil, they cook up better, they sear better, and that's what this grill does. It sears so well, and that gives you a great flavor. They have stainless steel grates underneath that. They call it a flavor wave. And what it does, it protects the burners underneath, okay? And it helps distribute by infrared heat, and it vaporizes the juices, okay? It just does a really good job of pushing those juices back up when you're cooking. It's got dual tubes, burning tubes on each one. So if you have 3 controls up front, you've got 3 tubes underneath, but they're dual. So you get an even heat and an even flame. And then their box is what they call a thermoflow, where the air will flow evenly, resulting in an even heat, because that's what makes it cook so well. This even heat, where you don't have one area that is burning hotter than another, it all burns. And they have the greatest accessories. So if you're buying something for Dad today and you want to get him a grill, I have some that are already put together, and I won't charge more for that. but I have some in the back that are still in boxes if that's what you want to do, okay? And we have lots of accessories. And if you buy a grill, you can have the accessories 40% off. So that means get him a grill cover, get him a pan that goes on there that's like a griddle. Get him, we could special order a pizza thing for you where it fits. And what this is nice, you undo some of the cast iron grids and the piece will fit right in there. It just all clicks together and you can personalize it. I love personalization and I love a good grill because I like to cook. I cook every Sunday and I'll cook enough food to last all week long on my grill. And that way when I get home at night, all I have to do is heat it up and I'm ready to go. So if Dad wants a grill, you know he wants a grill, come in today, get him on sale, get him the accessories that he wants, okay? All right, now, let me tell you one other event. That's the event that's going on this weekend. Let me tell you the other event that's going on the 27th, okay? And if you ask anybody else in the store, they're not gonna have a clue because I've kept this to myself. In other words, I forgot to tell them. We're going to have an event called the Retique It event, okay? If you don't know what Retique It is, oh my gosh, you have got to find out. You know, I love paint. I love things. I love to take a piece and redo it. I love the paint that we carry. I love Benjamin Moore, but I found this product, okay, that makes everything look like wood. And it's called Retique It. Go online and take a look at it. If y'all can feel through the screen that we're doing today, this piece of paper that's got a wood finish on it, it feels like wood. I mean, it feels like there's a grain. And you know why? It's because the product that we used on this is 60% liquid wood. How do they do that? I don't know. I really don't. But all I know is this product is amazing. I did a piece, and if you want to see it, it's right by my desk. I use it as like a little table for my vendors that come in and they need a place to put their purse or put their computer or something like that. And I redid it. Come and see it. It's beautiful. So this, okay, the piece that I'm showing you on Facebook, it looks like a piece of wood. Okay, if I was just showing you part of it. And it started out as a white piece of paper. A white piece of laminated paper. And it turned into a piece of wood. So if you have a furniture piece, come on in. Let me show you how to do it on the 27th. We're going to be doing it all Saturday long, and I'll have space for everybody to set up, and they can try it themselves. All right, so last week we were talking about mosquitoes, right? We're going to be talking about mosquitoes until it gets so hot that they just don't show up anymore. So I wanted to show you the yardsticks. Okay, some of you you don't want to use like a Dynatrap, and you don't want to use maybe something that has got caustic or things like that, but you're super tired of the mosquitoes. I've got two things here right now that you're gonna love. Okay, this is Skeeter. They call them yardsticks. I've had some people call them Skeeter matches. What they are is they're a deterrent, okay? And they look like an incense. Remember when we were in the 70s and we used to do incense all the time? Yeah, that's the same thing this is. It's a long stick, and you're gonna light it on the end, and you're gonna let it get white, and then you're gonna blow it out, and then it's going to create a smoke that will deter mosquitoes coming around you. And you can stick it in the yard, okay, just in the ground. But how I like to use it is my pots that I have my flowers and stuff in, okay, I put them down in there. Put a couple in each pot and put them around. There's 15 come to a little thing. They're not expensive, and they've got a 4-hour burn time. okay? 4 hours, that's a long time. That's about how long you're gonna stay outside before you're ready to go back inside. And it's a nice ambiance, okay? Now let me tell you something else that gives a nice ambiance. This is a little tiki. It's a little glass tiki torch. They're beautiful. They come in about 3 different colors. It's a table torch, okay? And it comes empty, okay? So that you can fill it, okay, with Bite Fighter, okay? Bite Fighter is a torch fuel, okay? You can use it in like your big tiki torches outside, and we have those too. They come with an empty container, and you fill it up. And this has got a real easy pour thing, so it doesn't splash all over everything. Super easy pour, and this is like 120 ounces, okay? Very inexpensive. It's not expensive. And you fill up your little lamp, okay? And then how you want to use it, you put a couple out on the table about where you are going to be and light it, okay? And then leave it outside for about 20 minutes and let it kind of soak the area, and then come outside, and it's going to be bug-free, mosquito-free, and you'll have a pretty flame to eat by, okay? Or just to sit outside and read by. They're so pretty. They make a great gift, and oh yeah, even for dad. So this is another couple of ways that you can take care of mosquitoes. And these are 2 ways that just they look pretty. Absolutely look pretty. All right, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is, like I said, it's about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. And then the phone number here is 210-341-1573. If you just got on and just started watching the show, we have an event going on today, which is our Father's Day event, in which the Milwaukee, we've got a great sale on their impact driver. It's under $100, and it's a whole kit. So you get the impact driver, which is the lightest, smallest, most powerful impact driver on the market, okay? And it has the most visibility. Plus it comes with a battery, and it comes with a charger, and it's a dual charger. So you can charge M18s and M12s. So it's a great deal. And then Broil King, I just got through talking about Broil King, about what a great grill they are, and we're doing $100 off on every grill. Plus, if you want to buy a grill, you can get all the accessories 40% off, okay? So that means if you want to buy a cover, if you want to buy a griddle, if you want to buy a brush to clean with, it's all can be 40% off as long as you're buying a grill. If you're not buying a grill, they're 20% off. All right, how many of you, maybe your dad, has a vehicle and the headlights are hazy? Let me tell you, you need to check out the product that I own. It's called Trudy's Headlight Magician. I sell it right here at the store, at my desk, okay? And we also sell it online. And this is a 20-second solution to foggy headlights. Isn't that cute? A little label on there. That is me right there on the side. The only thing I didn't get on here was Maxwell. And it will take a hazy headlight. And I know what you're gonna say. You go, no, I've tried everything. If you've sanded it, Headlight Magician won't work for you, because Headlight Magician is about restoration, okay? It's not about taking down the headlight and putting a new finish on. It's about restoring and maintaining the headlight that you have. And it does it in 20 seconds. So if you want to come in the store, if you're having a problem with your headlight and you can't see at night, come on in, come to my desk, and bring cash, okay? All right, we're gonna take a real quick break. You've been listening to the Happy Handyman Show, Father's Day weekend on WOAI. We'll be right back.
Morning, everyone. So Trudy was telling you about our Father's Day specials and stuff. I want to show you, we have really cute Father's Day cards too. So when you're in here, you can pick that up as well. And now while you're in here shopping for Father's Day or just any, household need you have, let me show you some of the fun stuff we have in the gift shop now that can bring you joy. Just a little bit of joy for your life or for someone special if you need a gift. First of all, this cute gift bag comes with tissue. We have a lot of those. And we just restocked our Pirani cups. It's our favorite tumbler because they are stackable. It looks similar to how those party solo cups are with those little lines. So you can have a full collection of these instead of a bunch of different tumbler brands that don't fit well in your cupboards. They've got the 26 ounce, the 16 ounce, I believe. And this one has a little sparkle. It's hard to see in the picture, but this one's got a little hint of sparkle to it. There's solid colors, there's patterns. Now they just changed their lid design to twist on. And this is another cool feature. No matter which size you have, it's the same lid. So if you get a whole collection and you're looking for a lid, you don't have to find that right one. They will work with each other. They are insulated, so they're going to keep your drinks hot or cold, whichever you prefer. And then we have about, I'd say, a dozen left of the old style lid. We just put those at 50 off, so if you don't mind the different lid style, you can get a great deal on those. But these are just some really nice little tumblers that can bring you or someone else some joy in your everyday beverage needs. And then let me show you this really, really pretty book. It's very small. It's very small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's very beautiful. It's called the 3-Minute Journal of Joy. Now, I know a lot of people don't like journaling or they can't think of a lot to write. Well, this is why it's 3 minutes. It simply has one little section per day, this tiny little section. At the end of your day, you can write down one word to describe today, what brought me joy, and how I spread joy. That's it. It takes 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It's got enough space to write that all year long, and then you start over and write it the next year. It has a little spot here, 20, so you put 2026. Next year you start over, At the end of 3 years, you're going to have this fantastic book to remind you of all the little good things, even on the hard days. I did this once with a blank journal, and it was a lot of fun to go at the end of the year on New Year's Eve and read back over it. So it was a really, really pretty little gift for yourself or someone you know. Now, all these gifts would also be great for teachers. So if you're a teacher or if you know a teacher, y'all need to stay tuned. We are planning a teacher appreciation event. It's going to be at the end of July, beginning of August. But if you follow us on Facebook, share this with your friends and family, anyone you know that's a teacher. You want to stay tuned because we're going to have a lot of fun stuff to show appreciation to them. This is also in our little book cabinet over there. It's a sketch studio kit. It has black and white paper in here in a little spiral notebook. And it has multicolor, double-ended color pencils. Now the bright colors are going to work on the white paper, and there's metallic colors that pop off of the black paper. And it's a little handy kit. So for anyone creative, kids, adults, anybody. We also have the full-size sketchbook in black and white, so you can add more paper to your collection. Now, I'm about out of time. I just want to show you one more fun, quick thing. Look who's back. The birthday bears are back. They did not discontinue them. And we have the full year. So if you know somebody who has a birthday coming up, come get them a birthstone bear. Back to Trudy.
Okay. Oops, here it went. welcome back to the Happy Handyman Show on WOAI. I'm Trudy Chook, broadcasting live from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. And we're located at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. And when we come back from break, when we come back from break every time, we have Kale on with us, and Kale tells us a lot of trivia about San Antonio. And this week, I asked him to do something special.
Yes.
You lost your dad about 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Yeah, my dad, former meteorologist Michael Lozano, he passed away June 4th. He lived a very full life. He had such a zest for life, and we're gonna miss him. He did have a lot of firsts here in San Antonio.
Yeah, because when I hired you, I saw in there it says, because your real name is not Kale.
Yes.
It's Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw that and I went, Michael Lozano. Why does that sound familiar?
Yes. A lot of people forget he actually started on Ken's 5.
Yeah.
He was the noontime anchor, and he and Chris Maru started at the same time.
Wow.
Chris did the 5, my dad did the noon. So he was one of the first reporters to pioneer the use of the Eyewitness News minicam. Wow. These days, you see reporters all over town reporting live from the scene, but back then it was a brand new concept, as the technology just didn't exist to do that. He pioneered that. He pioneered the use of videotape. We used to go down to the station, and I would see him splice his film together for his stories.
He would have to do that.
Yeah, he had to do it manually.
Yeah.
On a little reel-to-reel.
Yep.
And we used to see him do that, and he told us one night, watch my report tonight. And we were like, wow, it's so clear. You can see everything. He did that. He was one of the first weather guys to start using computer graphics.
And so tell them what that means.
Well, before, the weatherman used to have a hand-drawn map, and they would do, back then it was called chroma key. Now it's called green screen. It would be a hand-drawn map, or he'd pull out a glass panel that he had already drawn his maps on. So he was one of the first ones to start using the Apple IIe system when it came out. And it's kind of a funny story. A rival station, he was up at WHO TV in Des Moines, Iowa. A rival station was supposed to get that same system. But since he had a background in electrical engineering, he actually got their system online 2 weeks ahead of those other guys. They had to wait for the Apple engineers to come out and install their system, where my dad got it up by himself.
Oh, wow.
So he was one of the first ones to get that. And then he'd ask the news director, you want me to rub more salt in the wound? He goes, yeah, go ahead, I love it. On a more personal note, he was the smartest man I ever knew. He taught chemistry and physics at Austin Community College.
Really?
Yeah, he did that. He taught electronics at Kelly Air Force Base,
wow,
in addition to being a meteorologist. But he never took himself too seriously.
He didn't?
No. He was always quick with a smart aleck joke, or his favorite movies were like Airplane, Naked Gun, Spaceballs. He just loved that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he will be missed, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I just wanted you to be able to talk about him because he is a San Antonio legend, and we we don't get to talk about that.
Yeah.
And it's an appropriate weekend to talk about.
Yeah,
your
coming
dad.
with Father's Day. Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
it was. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
We'll see you out there.
Okay. All right. Now, who is Kale? Kale is our lawn and garden guy, and he will help you with all the things that I talked about today as far as lawn and garden and keeping mosquitoes and bugs and flies away. We have a whole end cap for that. All right. So let's talk about the rain. All right. Last night, I don't know about you, but it started last night, and then I lost electricity for almost 4 hours. And so right before I was supposed to get to work, finally electricity came back on, and I got to take a shower in the light. So, So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about fertilizing. Okay, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time because there is one that I like, and it's made by Medina, and it's called Growing Green, and it is an organic fertilizer. Okay, I was very slow on the take on doing organics. I liked to use synthetics. But synthetics are really not good. They immediately give you results. immediately, just not long lasting. So it's kind of like calling 911, and they come to your house and they take care of the symptom right then, and then they take you to the hospital. Okay, so when you use a synthetic, it'll take care of the symptom, but it won't take care of the problem. And so what you end up doing is just spending more and more on a synthetic, when what you could do is just first use Growing Green. Okay, it is a dry fertilizer, and you're going to spread it out over the yard. The size that I'm showing is, it comes in two sizes. We have a big one outside, and we have a little one inside. And this little one, I have a garden home size yard, okay? And I used this little one in the front yard and used a little one in the backyard. And then, in fact, I had a little extra and I threw it in my neighbor's yard because our yards connect, okay? And we've had so much rain. If you have fertilized already, you probably need to fertilize again. And just throw it out there, and it won't hurt anything. And if you throw it out there and we don't get rain and you have to wait to water, it won't harm anything. It just won't do anything until you water it in. And I've had a lot of people come and ask me about grubs. Well, it's not quite time for grubs. I've always been told it's August, September when they start doing their damage. So you want to start maybe the 1st of August and throw out Grub-X or triazicide or something like that. And one lady asked me, well, can I fertilize? Is there one that has fertilizer and a grub kill? I don't know. I don't know of anything like that. I can just tell you what I have knowledge of, and I do not know. I don't think there is, but I know that the grubs are taken care of with Grub-X or triazicide, okay? And it is a pellet, okay? And you will need to water it in. So, and how do you tell the difference between just dead grass and grubs? If you pull on your grass and in your hand, it comes up very easily, roots and all, that's grubs. And it'll destroy a whole yard. And it happens, you don't think there's anything going on, and then all of a sudden, the whole front yard is dead. And it's happened to me twice. So don't do what I did. I thought I took care of it, and then the next year I thought, nah, I don't have any grubs. Okay, so you need to water. Now, I want to show you something. How about a rain gauge? How many of you have like a glass rain gauge or a plastic rain gauge, you know, a hard plastic one? Can I suggest getting a little bit different one? This one I'm showing on Facebook right now is silicone. So like if you leave it out and when we do get cold weather and it does freeze, it won't break. It just expands, but it doesn't break. And if your yard guy, whether that be you or a guy you pay, accidentally hits it, it won't break it like it does with glass or plastic. But I want to suggest, okay, I know tomorrow we're going to get like a 75% chance of rain. And that's probably going to be maybe the last rain we have for quite a little while. So, but what do you need a rain gauge for when you don't have rain? You want, when you do get a chance to water, so you'll have one day a week to water, you want to put in the amount of water it needs, all right? And so if you put your rain gauge out where your sprinkler is, okay, and you put it in the ground and you measure, like say you want to see if you get an inch in, how long does it take to do that? And if you will measure it, then you will always know, okay, I need to water out here for an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever. Maybe it's the whole 4 hours that you have in the morning. And then you will measure it and then you will know. And maybe you don't have to water that long. Now, I'm going to suggest something else. Get a water timer, okay? And then when you know how much time it takes to get the water that you want into the ground, you just set your timer. And then you set it and you forget it, okay? And how many of you have accidentally left your water on all night long and you didn't realize it until the next morning when you wake up and you can hear water running? Okay, that happened to me, and I have the water bill to prove it. I got a water timer, and we have probably 6 different water timers. The one that I have in my hand is just a mechanical water timer, so you don't need a college degree to learn how to run it. You just put it on the faucet, turn the water on, and set it. And it goes up to, I think, 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours. And plus, it has a manual. So you could just turn it to manual. If you just want to get out and you're watering your plants, you're not going to be using a timer, you set it to manual and use it. This one's very inexpensive. It doesn't require any batteries, and will it last you 8 seasons? No, but it'll last you a good season, and for the price, it's great, okay? And it'll save you money. Okay? Well worth the $6. All right, so let's talk about, because we're gonna have to water, okay? So let's talk about different kinds of hoses. I like lightweight hoses, and I like a non-kink hose. So if you just like a light kink hose, then a lightweight hose, there are a couple that I have to choose from. The first one is Fit High Flow, okay? And this one, it kind of looks like a regular flat hose. It's not like a ribbon hose, but it's that lightweight. The one I'm showing right now is a 25 foot, okay? And it may weigh a pound, okay? So if you have somebody that is watering and they need something really lightweight, and these Fit High Flows go from a 25 foot, I think they go all the way up to 75 foot, okay? Now there also is another one made by Hydrotech, okay? And this one is also a lightweight hose, and it does a good job. These go 25, 50, 75. This also comes in 100. But now with these lightweight hoses, don't just leave them out in the yard to bake. Pull them back, roll them up, and keep them as much as you can in the shade. They'll last you longer, okay? Both of those. Now, if you do want a non-kink heavyweight hose, okay, we carry those too, and they are heavy. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But they never kink, never. I have one in my backyard that I've had probably for at least 5 years, and it never. I roll it up in a circle when I'm done with it, and put it in the shade, and it never kinks. It never kinks. That's why they call them never kink hoses. All right, they are a little more expensive, but they'll last you a long time. Then I wanted to show you, because not everybody carries these hoses. They're a flat hose where you lay it flat on the grass, and then it's the kind we used to play in when we were kids, right? And then it has perforations all down through the middle, and it sprinkles all around it, and you can really customize it to go right where you want it. If you need to use lawn pins on it to hold it in place, you can, okay? So these are great for, like, if you have difficult areas to water and you don't have a sprinkler system. All these things I'm talking about is, you know, if you don't have a sprinkler system, or if you want to water when, hand water whenever, okay? Because you can still do that. Now, good handle. If you want something lightweight but does a great job and won't rust, Little Big Shot, made of brass, okay? and it will do 3 types of sprays. It'll do a power sweep, so like if you're cleaning off the driveway or cleaning off the sidewalks and stuff like that, it's got what they call a power sweep, and it really does put out a lot of power. All right, and then they've got a spray, and it's a light spray, so like if you're doing delicate foliage or something like that, you can do that. And then they have a pinpoint. I'm not quite sure what the pinpoint is for, but it goes real far, and you get all of that in one handle, and it's super lightweight. So if you want to match it up with the lightweight hoses, that way you don't get tired trying to hold this, okay? And it's assembled by veterans. That's why Dad got it to begin with a million years ago. All right? These are really nice. And they're not so expensive. And there's a huge difference. Okay, this is one made by Dram. And it is a pistol. They call it a revolver. And it's all metal. Now, the one I just showed you, a little big shot, it's all metal also. But the one by Dram, they come in a bunch of different colors, okay? And they are a little bit heavier weight because they are all metal, but the head on them has about 6 different sprays that you can use. And it has a setting to where you can leave it on and not have to hold the trigger, okay? Those are made by Dram. They're a little bit more expensive because of the quality and the enamel on the outside. Now, I like to use, Do It Best does a stationary sprinkler. So that means it'll either have, like this one that I use, it's a square, and I use it in the back part of my yard, and it does an area that's 30 by 30, and it does a super job, and they're metal. They are super heavy, so you don't have to worry about it moving when you lay it down, okay? Now, the only thing about these all metal ones is remove it from the hose when you're done, because what can happen is it will become one with the hose and you won't be able to get them off, because I tried everything on it and it wouldn't go, and I had to I dumped the hose and I dumped the deal. So just take it off every time. But these are really good. They're really good. They're really heavy, and they're a real gentle watering. It's not like an impact one where it hits real hard. It's a very gentle watering in a square, and then they do a circle. So if you're looking for something like that, we have those here. All right, now I want to talk to you about, let's see, what time are we? Oh. All right, so how many of you are having problems with weeds, okay? And you don't want to spray for weeds where it kills everything, because there's a lot of things that do. They just kill everything. And if you're doing your sidewalks, if you're doing a driveway, if you're doing an area of like pebblestone and you have these persistent weeds that come up, I mean, I wish I had that much persistence. Then you would use a Kills-All, and I'm trying to think who does Kills-All, but we have it over there on aisle 5, okay? But Ortho does a Weed Be Gone that you can hook up to your hose, and what it will do is it will kill. Do you have that clover? I get real tickled with David that is on right before, Karen and David are right on before mine, and he says that people tell him that the ground is dead, and he says, well, then why are there weeds growing there? That's a very good point. Okay, so if you have your grass and all of a sudden you're getting a lot of this clover stuff coming up in it because we've had so much rain, this Weed Be Gone is really easy to use. and it won't kill the grass. It won't kill St. Augustine. It says right on there. So, and most of us in San Antonio have St. Augustine. I do. I think it's one of the prettiest lawns. And this one won't, it kills 250 weeds. I won't go through all that right now. But mainly what it'll kill is that clover. And that's what I get in my backyard. I don't know about y'all, but I can get that in my backyard. Now, last week we talked about some repellents. And I want to go over that again. Morgan's, if you have a problem with mice, rats, in your attic, in the garage, if you keep birdseed in the garage and you, even though you have it like covered in a plastic can with a lid, you know they're going to go right through the plastic. They don't go through metal, but they'll go right through the plastic. And the way to get rid of them, and it's so simple and so easy, is with Morgan's repellent. Clyde has got a great way of, it's a little jar, and on the inside there are little pellets that are infused with different types of oils. They're all natural, okay? All natural. Things like, well, I forgot to bring it up here. Come to the store and let me show it to you. And let me tell you why I like it so much. We always used to carry, try to carry bird seed here. We could never do it because the minute that we would put it out on the shelf, we would have damage. They would come, I don't know where they were. We wouldn't see them in the store, but the next day it would be, the feed would be all over the floor. And so I just got so frustrated. I said, we just can't carry it. We'll send them to another place that does. And we would carry birdhouses and feeders and waters, but we couldn't sell them any seed. And so I ran into Clyde at a show, and he gave me and sent me Morgan's repellent, and it's the only reason we can sell birdseed now. So if that's a problem for you, come on in. I'd love to tell you all about it. Help you with your Father's Day gift this weekend, whether that means Milwaukee or Broil King. But remember one thing, it will always be a great day to paint. You dads, have a great weekend. We love you here at Johnny Chicks Home and Hardware. See you next week.